Hi everybody and welcome back to my attempt to munch through some of my Tim Holtz papers that I've got. I have been looking at Cori Dahmen's, Dahmen it might be actually, I'm so sorry Cori if I've got your name wrong, I know it's really annoying. I seem to have spent most of my life with people trying to call me piano with an F in front of it. So yeah, let's just call it Cori, creating with scraps. And this is what she did. I've kind of altered it slightly, but you know, isn't that what we all do? And it's just got it's using those wretched papers that have got 16 squares on. Who knows what to do with those, really? So we've got a little pocket there, and we've got a little pocket on the other side. And this is just a great little thing to put on the edge of your page. You know, you don't need any more on your page than that. Maybe a few little stencils around in the background, very light. But it's just perfect, and it's not adding any great bulk. Great little thing to add, and easy peasy to make. Easy peasy, I promise you. Right, so here's my piece of 16 squares. That's upside down, so that's not a help to anyone. And this side is a bit more subdued than this side, but it doesn't really make any difference. I'll go for this side, but you know, like I say, it doesn't make any difference. And I'm going to just cut off this section here because I want it to be 4 squares by 2, which in measurements is 12 by 6. So, I mean, you don't have to do this with Tim Holtz paper, of course. Just want it square with there. You can use any paper. And if you do, then you need to start off with a piece that is 12 by 6. So I'll keep those. You never know, you might need them. Don't throw anything like that away. No. Right, I'm determined to have this the wrong way up. It seems to sit better. So what I want to do now is put some scores in it. And I want to score it at 3, at 6, and at 9. So just round the edges of those. I'm going to turn that over and put those score lines in again because I've been having a little bit of trouble with this paper cracking, and that's not what I want. So 3, 6 and 9 all the way along, and you don't need to put any scores anywhere else, I don't think. I've slightly altered this from Cori's version, and I haven't actually I haven't made a sample, so we'll see. Right, so that's going to fold. Let's just think about this. Let's think about it. This side one is going to fold like that. Actually, if I do that, I'm losing all my birds and stuff. So let's use it with this, with the slightly subdued side up. And I'm going to fold that like that. Yeah, that's definitely better. It's not cracking. And what I want to do is cut along that line from the score line to the edge, following the half mark. I'm just going to use my scalpel, cut along there. Okay. So what will happen will be we'll have that on that side. Excellent. So let's do the same with the other side. This is going to fold in like that. And I want to cut from that crease down to the edge at the 3-inch mark, or the edge of that panel. So let's cut that. There we go. Right, so now I've got this bit that's going round my paper here, and this is going to be a pocket, And then when you turn over, we've got that. And this is going to be a pocket. Yay, that all seems to work remarkably well. So I can put little divots or thumb notches or whatever you choose to call them in the centre here. Pencil. 2, 4, 6, so I want it at the 3 line, which is there. That's the halfway mark, so that's where I want my divot to be. Same on the other one, at the 3 line there. And you can use any size hole, you know, circle that you've got. Oval even would do. I've just happened to have this out, and I think it's about the right sort of size for this project. So that's that one, and do the same on the other one. A lot of these projects are so simple, but you just have to kind of get your head around them first. It's really easy to not understand what you're doing. So let's take this and pretend this is our journal page. So that's going to go over like that. That's going to get stuck down. Although you could, if you wanted to, put a little divot in there and tuck something in the top. There's nothing stopping you doing that. You could do that easily, especially if you moved that down. You could easily get a little tag in there. I don't want to. I want to keep it as simple as is possible. So that's that side. That's going to be the pocket in there. And this is going to sort of be our background, if you like. And the same over here. What a shame I'm covering that up. That's one of my favourites in the entire book. So that's our pocket there, and this is going to be our background. So when it's all glued up, something like that can go in there. And as I say, it's just something pretty for the side of the page, and easy, pretty and easy. What more can one ask for? Right, so let's just ink the bits we need to ink. I've still got my big square inker, which is not the easiest to cope with, but never mind. And along here. So you need to, I know watching people ink is not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's got to be done. It's just got to be done. Right, and then I want to ink down this edge here. Like that, and then let's come to the other side. Now I need to ink down that middle. Ink around here. I've just got loads of this paper left, so, you know, be prepared. There's going to be a lot. And periodically, when I've got enough, I'll make a parcel up and put it on Etsy to sell. I don't know how many enough is, to be honest with you, but when I've got a few. Right, so is that all I need to ink? I think so. I've done about the top of that bit. Looks like it might have missed out. Right, there we go. Okay, so the next thing to do is to get a page. And what I'm going to use is the other side of this, because I've got to stick this one down to show you how it works. So, you know, it's kind of useless then, really. So, the page goes here, like this. It's on this side of the page. And it just folds around it. That central, the very centre of your four thingies goes, the page goes into there like that. And then, maybe I can get away without gluing this down, I don't know. So you stick it down, you stick this piece down. Now I think I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? Because it doesn't make sense. Let's just get some cream paper so you can see what's going on. That was a bit of an avalanche. I hope that doesn't fall off the top because that's quite heavy. Right, so let's just make a journal out of this. Let's pretend this is a page in our journal. Let's pretend. So that's it in half there. Let's just run it there with the bone folder. Right, okay. So the central fold, that goes over the page like that. Then you stick all of this down. So let's do that. Well, I would have my... It's become very awkward of late, this art glitter glue. You know, for months it was absolutely perfect. And of late it's just been a nuisance. So there we are. Let's stick that down, making sure we've got that tight up to the edge there like that, and just fold that over and stick it down. Lovely. There we go. Now then, this just gets stuck down flat. As I said, however, if you'd moved that further down, you could have made that into a pocket as well. I don't want to. One little tab is quite sufficient for me. For any journal, I would have thought. It's just basically decoration for the side of your paper. You know, quick and easy and yet effective. So that folds over onto there and sticks down like so. And then this one is our pocket, so we don't want to stick that in its entirety. We don't need to stick this edge because it's attached to there, so it's just the two edges, not the top. That edge there and the bottom. Lovely. That just folds onto there, like that. Give that a minute to set up. And then on the other side, it's just the same. So fold that out, glue that in, all of it in its entirety. There we go. And press that down into place. This one's going to be folded over, stuck down and folded over. Folded over and stuck down, whichever way works. Whichever way works for you, that's what we're doing. There we go. Right, so that one goes like that. And this one's the pocket piece again, so we don't want to stick this because it's next to, it's attached anyway, so it's just the edge there and along the bottom. There we go. Put the lid on it just in case it helps, and fold that over. Press down where you've glued it. Lovely. So that's the edge of our page. I mean, isn't it? You know, for the amount of effort that took, it's so easy but so effective. And if you added a bit of stenciling around there, it would look amazing. So I've cut two tags off that I think are about the right size. Perfect. And I do like craft. I like craft tags and stuff with the Tim Holtz paper because it doesn't detract from it, and it's kind of the right thing. In my head, it's the right thing to be using. So I've got two of these, one for each side. That's pretty, isn't it? Really nice when you turn that over. So I'm just going to put a hole in the top once I work out where the middle is, and the middle is about there. So just hold them both together, punch them through. Lovely. Get rid of those. And I think I'm just going to do my thing, which is stamp on them using Stays On. So I'm going to use this one because I really like it, the letters one. Pop that onto there like that. Get the Stays On out. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Stays On. I much prefer VersaFine, much prefer it. I just seem incapable of picking this block up without getting it all over my fingers. And I can live without that, frankly, because it Stays On. And it does stay on. So there we go. Which way is up? Does anybody know which way is up? I think it's that way. I'm just going to pop it on. You can sew around these if you want to, but it's not really necessary. Ooh, that's nice. And this one, let's see if I can drop that into there. The noise that you might hear in the background is Mr. F putting our fire on. It's a lovely bright day today. The sun's really out. We've had to close the curtains actually to keep the sun out because we couldn't see what was going on. But it is cold, and I know once that sun goes down, we are really going to be chilly. So the fire is going on. Right, let's ink around these, and don't forget to ink that little bit there where your circle is. Just distress them a little bit like that. Oh, they look lovely, don't they? And you can decorate your pockets or do what you want to do. As Tim would say, you do you. I do so like that expression. You do you. Don't let anybody tell you it's wrong or not right in any way. You do you. Right, okay, so I've got my little tags. I just need some hemp to go in the top. I don't need masses, just a little bit. That's probably too long, but never mind. Whoops. I want them both sort of pretty much the same. There we go. Just pop this through. So it's a pretty difficult one to explain to you what I was doing here without actually sticking it onto the page, because it's nothing until it's stuck down. It's just a load of sort of flippy floppy nothingness. But I think you can see when it's stuck down that it's a really worthwhile thing to do. That's 2 whole pages decorated just for that. Easy. I like it. There we go. Pop that one in there. Put this one through. It always looks better if you thread your loop through from the back. Just looks better on the top when you've passed these through it. Particularly with ribbons and things like that, lace. But even for this, I think it looks better. There we go. That can go in there, like that. So, that's fine. You can decorate these, of course you can. Or, you know, you can stencil on the background. Let's see if I can find a stencil. Just so as we can have a look and see what it looks like. Got some stencils here. That's the sort of splotch you want, a bit too much. It's a crackly one, that's quite nice. Oh, and my numbers, I love my number stencil, I love it. Let's just have a little go with this crackle and see what happens. See if I can find the appropriate brush. That one will do, I think. And let's just use Vintage Photo. I don't want anything too dark. And I fear that the walnut stain, for all I'm always cursing it for not being dark enough, I think it might be just a little bit too dark. So let's just load this brush up a little bit. I should have got my ink mat out, but I didn't. Let's just go very, very lightly. Very lightly. Because it's surprising when you take the stencil off, it's not as light as you thought it was. Oh, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell you. And it's still really easy to journal on it. You know, there's almost nothing there, but there is something there. So there, that's that one. I don't even know if you can, yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can, of course you can. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Let's do the same to the front. So ever so lightly, gently. Oh, this is so nice. A little bit down here. There we are. It's just perfect. It's perfect. Oh dear. I'm easily pleased, that I know. Now I just want to decorate that with a little bit of something, but I don't know what. What did I do with those little bits of... Whoa, there goes my ink. I've got dropsy today. I've got serious dropsy. Anyway, I saved some bits. Here they are. Some little bits of this. Oh, look at it. It's like so valuable to me. That would be so much better if it was cut on the decollage ruler, on this decollage cutter, but I think it might be too narrow. Might not cut it properly. Well, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's do the other side if we can. It's amazing, isn't it, what becomes absolute treasure to you. There we go. I probably will need another piece for both. So let's just cut that there and cut another piece similar. There we go. Right. So I've still got some of my treasure left. Oh dear me. Anybody from outside the paper crafting world coming into here would think, what a pile of rubbish that woman's got. Yeah, they would think that, but they'd be wrong. Right, I quite like that there, like that. If I stamped on that, I quite like it. And maybe another one down there. Yeah, let's get the stamps out then. Where are they? This one. This one's a good one. It's got numbers on. I like numbers. Whoops. That one's a good one. Where's mine? So let's just pop that onto there. And get the the stays-on out again. You don't have to do this with black. I'm using black because it kind of, to me, it fits into the whole thing. But dark brown would do. Right, I'm going to get my little piece of yoga mat out that I like to stamp onto. And that's the way it goes that way. So I want this really quite almost up to that point. Just drop that there and see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's fabulous. And then this is my other little piece here. And I probably just want the end of that, I would say, on there. Yeah, talking of fires, it's all very well, and people, you know, people love to see open fires. Oh, how lovely, you know, and how comforting, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, they're a lot of work, to be honest. I think I like it better with just that. Yeah, I think I do, actually. So I'm going to go with just that. And just tear that off in the middle of the 8 and stick that on there. Yeah, I am going to just... Let's have a look what I've got. I'll stamp on... That'll do for the other side, actually, that one. Save wasting my valuable treasure. I'm just going to tear that off. It's a bit too pointy for my liking. And am I going to ink around it? No, I don't think I am. It'll just make it a bit too dowdy. Too dowdy. So I'm just going to put the little plastic cover on the stays on. I don't want it drying out. Let's stick this on. Come on. Don't be awkward. That's it. Thank you. Pop that there, like that. Hopefully get it something like straight. I think that's straight. Give it a good press down. That's nice. It's very much in keeping with the whole thing. And now this one. Like that. Let's put the lid on and stop giving him a reason to be in a bad mood. Let's put that one about there. I think that's about straight. I've finished with that actually. Is that straight? Ooh, maybe up a little bit there. Yeah, I think that's alright, so let's just press that down. And there we have it. I mean, come on, folks. It's so easy. It's using up those bits of Tim Holtz paper that you... Oh, look at that. I've got some stays on there. Told you it gets on my hands. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's using up those bits of the Tim Holtz pad that we always think, what on earth are we going to do with that? So now you know. You just make your little page hugger. It's a page hugger with pockets in. There we are. Thank you so much for joining me. I have enjoyed your company and I hope you have enjoyed mine. And I'll see you again very soon with probably some more Tim Holtz, but it might be something entirely different. We'll see. Thank you now. Bye.